Everybody get down. Everybody dance. Get up. Get up. That little gay talk show. 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 Hey. Hello. Uh-oh. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Turned up the wrong mic. Hey, it's Joel Tatum. It's another episode. Another happy, wonderful episode of That Little Gay Talk Show. We have a guest today. Yes, we do. And actually, he was around for another episode, but he wasn't really officially on the show. And then I saw his artwork and I went, you know what? I have to have him back on the show. He definitely has to be back on the show. So it's, you might know him by social media handle. It's Jacob Socialite.
Hello.
Okay, so did I get it right? Socialite or social life? It's Socialite, right?
Don't act like you don't already know.
Okay.
It's Jacob Socialite.
Okay, I'm just fooling. I'm just playing, girl.
I like to play with toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I
thank you for having me very much.
Oh,
I'm excited and I'm just really thankful to be here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it's just a podcast.
I know, but
this is not Thanksgiving dinner, and you.
Yes, so of course.
Oh my goodness!
Thanksgiving wine right now.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
What month is it? July?
Girl, it's COVID. I don't know what month it is anymore.
It's spring break. It's permanent spring break.
It's permanent
spring break.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's permanent spring break.
For spring break.
How have you been doing during all of this? As an artist, how have you been doing during all of this?
It's actually been really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds weird. Like 2 years ago, I already put myself in a box,
mm-hmm.
and I was always doing art, and I put myself in a box, and I work on pieces, and I'm by myself, isolated a lot. It's friends that I have that actually get me out of my box, and I'll like, oh, hey, you have to go be a person, you have to be a human,
mm-hmm.
let's go out for a little bit, let's do that. So
mm-hmm.
all this stuff is nothing new to me. I'm used to being, by myself, so
mm-hmm.
this is nothing new. I'm just kind of happy that hopefully this will bring out something good in people that have to be by themselves, whether it's
mm-hmm.
like a creative side or something good that they can do to find out who they are without having to be like a slave to society and work and do all this crazy stuff, because it brings out the good in people. I feel like it can. So, yeah.
I feel please, don't be, I'm actually
starstruck. You're welcome.
I am a little starstruck because you're kind of like,
a god. I know.
You're kind of like a social media star. You kind of are like a social media star.
Sweet.
And
you're kind.
My quarantine was spent on the computer a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot.
Trust me, I know. I just started. I went on the
mm-hmm.
computer for like a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how about you not jerk off for like 20 days
mm-hmm.
and like just like see what's around you?
Mm-hmm.
I feel taller, like not
mm-hmm.
like being hunched over and like, I gotta get this one out. Like it felt nice.
Well, I only jerked off a few times.
I love to jerk off.
Oh my God!
I feel like it's healthy.
You
can exhaust yourself. Like I've learned.
You know what I learned? I learned that it's in order to prevent prostate cancer, you need to jerk off at least 20 times a month.
20 times a day. Got it.
20 now times a day. How old are you? How old are you?
I'm actually 5,000 years old.
You're 5,000 years old. You're a young 5,000 years
Thank
old.
you.
Look at you.
Thank you. Moisturize and don't have children.
That usually does it.
Yeah.
That usually does. Well, for me, at 35,000 years old,
you're a good 35,000.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I have been told at this age that 20 times a day. I'm sorry, not a day. Oh my God, not a day. Sorry. 20 times a month. It's supposed to be good for you in the prostate area. Which, by the way, I didn't need to be told that because I think I might beat that by.
What do you mean? You're saying
at least another 20
down there?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I keep it real down there.
They say the sign of a beat up one is a good one.
But I have to say that I can't believe I'm saying this because I've always been a big fan of it, and I can't believe I've said this, but I got bored with porn. I got bored with porn. I had to. You know what I did? I brought out books. That I used to read books to masturbate.
Yeah.
Years ago.
No, honestly, it's more impressive whenever you. I love porn. To me, there is an art form to it. I feel like and also God bless porn stars. You are
God.
you're giving your body to all of us to save us. Really, is how I feel. There's an art to it, and I feel like the one book that I have masturbated to, like one of the very few books that I have read, was by Paulo Coelho called Veronica Decides to Die.
Yes.
And there was a part in the book where she talks about like masturbating to like homeless men and gay men and all this stuff, and I'm like, that is so sexy. But like reading something and like nourishing your mind and at the same time masturbating was like a weird, different. I'm getting chills. I don't really read, but it was very impressive. So I'm impressed with that.
Well, your generation, at 5,000 years old, your generation, it's all about computers. But for us older queens, it was, for me, it was videos.
So you're trying to say that I'm not about computers?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
I'm 5,000 years old. Who do you think you're talking to?
Okay. Bitch, I'm 35,000 years old. You calm it down.
Language. I'm a Christian.
We all like to be on our knees, but that's a different thing.
Yeah, with leashes too.
But the fact of the matter is that I can't believe I'm telling this story. For the first few years, during my teenage years and my early 20s, very confused about my sexuality.
That's normal to me.
So confused. I had so many conversations with my dad when I was a teenager, who said, I love you, and no matter who you choose to love.
Choose is the word that always pisses
me off. No matter who you choose to love. Now, this was 1980 something.
Your father, you're really blessed with that.
Yeah. This was 1980 something. And trust me, when I talked to other black men who were growing up during that time, for my father to do that was something they had never heard of. That was something they had never heard of. So when he would sit down with me and say, 3:00 in the morning, he and J brandy and some coffee, sitting at the dining room table when everybody's asleep. I had 7 brothers and sisters. So
brandy though, like the drink brandy?
Yes, the E&J brandy.
Okay.
Which was
7, so that's 8 kids. Did the math. Look at me.
Well, there's probably more. My dad was a very...
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I probably have brothers and sisters too. I don't know about.
He liked to have children everywhere. Yeah. He really liked to... Papa was a Rolling Stone.
Okay, he was a Pimp Daddy.
Yes,
Daddy man.
Exactly. So when he would have conversations with me at 3:00 in the morning, when everybody was asleep, he always said the same, regardless of who you choose to love, I love you. Just don't be a bottom. That's what he said to me. And I'm like, first of all, I didn't even know what a bottom was at 16 when he said that.
And
I know that's what
I'm gonna let you finish.
I thought about that years later too. I'm like, wait, how did he know what a bottom was? He said, don't be a bottom. Just be the top.
Been there, done that. She'll never respect you.
He did tell me a story when he was in the military.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. When he was in the military, sharing a bunk bed. And
I didn't know that was allowed.
I don't know if things happened. I
think everybody's dad's like a little gay. Like, come on now.
My dad.
And okay, whenever you're saying choose, I've had a friend of mine that was like, people choose to be gay. I'm like, how would you know if we're choosing unless you chose to be straight? And he's like, well, I did choose. So I was like, therefore, you're telling me that you are bisexual, but you chose one sex over the other. So therefore, everybody's bisexual. You're welcome. Head explosion.
I grew up.
Right?
Yeah, I know. And I grew up with parents who were very sexually free. I like to.
But they don't want you to know that. Like, I feel like my parents are like borderline.
Okay, my parents, when I was younger, we walked. Everyone was nude. Well, my parents, I knew.
Lots of bushes? Was there very bushy?
A lot of bushes.
Wild bushes.
A lot of wild bushes. Yeah. I often thought, when I was young, the first time I saw my dad's penis, I went, okay, I guess that's what I'm going to have when I grow up. Yeah. That's what I'm going to have when I grow up.
I saw my mom's bush, and I was like, that's what's going to make me gay.
I know I said this, the first time my mom.
That's what I need to hide under if I need shelter.
The first time my mom brought another gentleman over, after they divorced, of course.
Okay. I didn't know that.
And I saw his penis, I think I was 6 years old.
Man, you were a little sneaky little thing.
Yes, and I peeked through the door, and the first thing I saw was his penis, and I went, I like that.
Oh, Oh, we're gonna get into that too, because I can tell you about the first time I was attracted to a man. I was probably like 4 or 5 in Galveston, and I was with my mom by the beach, of course. And like you see the pier, people walking, and my mom's like, "That guy's really good looking." I'm like, "You know what? He is." And she tells me, "No, you mean the woman?" I'm like, "No, he's good looking." And she's like, "No, you can't say that. Like that means you're gay." I'm like, "What's wrong with that?" And she's like, "You're gonna burn in hell if you're gay." And I'm like, "The trick's on you, lady. You're gonna burn in hell." So yeah.
So a good time was had by all.
Oh, I have a question too.
Yes, go ahead.
Why is it called That Little Gay Show?
Okay.
Why does it have to be little?
I don't know. It was me and my like I said, my former co-host, and we were sitting around talking.
That's a joke because it's really big.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's what it was. I think we called it That Little Gay because we wanted to be just a little gay on the show, but not super gay on the show.
You didn't want to like scare off the people that were scared of pigs, so you're like a little.
Yeah, I think that's where it was at the time. Yeah. But now that we're not together anymore, I feel, you know what? When I talk about it, I feel like we broke up from a relationship.
I know. I was about to ask, like, let's not even talk about that.
No. It's. I mean, I don't want to.
The best and blessing.
Okay,
God
you know what? I'm not gonna. Okay, so here's what's not gonna happen. Yeah. I'm not gonna badmouth anybody that was ever on this show because I had a great time. Yeah. It was what it was, and sometimes creative differences happen.
Yes.
All the people who were with me on this show, we had a good time together. But it was what it was. So now here we are. So I'm not going to say anything.
Like you're Beyonce, and you're saying, "I love you, old Destiny's Child," but it's all about Beyonce. Okay.
But which old Destiny's Child? Because when
the original Destiny's Child with the other members that I can't even like.
I know.
Lativia,
I know because when I was coming up in my 20s, it was like 6 or 7 of them.
No, and I remember I was like, oh, okay, now there's 3. It's easier to remember, and God bless.
I think
all of them.
The first time I heard Destiny's Child, my favorite song was "Bills, Bills, Bills."
Yeah, that was a like big hit,
and it was 6. I think it was 6 girls in that.
I know it was like all her childhood friends.
Yes,
I learned this later on.
But I don't.
Why do they keep changing?
I know, but I don't think. Well, I don't think Michelle was a part of that.
No,
was Michelle?
She was the one that was like, okay, let's just have her. Kelly was the adopted child, and the other girls apparently wanted more money. Not more money. They wanted their equal pay.
Yeah.
They were done wrong, and but they actually had some hits behind and whatever.
You know, I'm not a big fan of. Okay, I can't believe I'm saying this. I feel like I'm gonna go into hiding after this.
Do it. Go for it. Do it, baby. Yeah.
I like Beyonce. I'm just not a huge fan.
That's sorry. Fine,
I'm sorry.
Why do you have to be sorry?
Oh my God! Because first of all, I'm black and I'm gay, and I just literally said,
and I'm gay.
I literally just said, I don't have a problem with her. I'm just not a huge fan.
I was a really big fan of the visual album and the first album, and then I just kind of got bored. I'm like, I get it. You're, in a cult with Jay-Z, cool, in the world.
I think what I didn't like was the fact of the politics that went with this girl group. This was the first girl group.
Okay,
there was a lot of politics.
You have to separate Beyonce from Destiny's Child. They're two different things.
The behind the scenes stuff was not.
Oh, the behind the scenes stuff
was not pretty.
I love looking up. Beyonce puts Michelle in check. I love watching her be like, "Yeah, no."
I was not happy with Beyonce's parents and their direction and what they were talking about.
Each other?
Talking about wanting to adopt everybody and do all this stuff, but they wanted to put Beyonce in the front, and I'm like,
dismissed her.
So you dismissed the other girls so you could put your daughter in the front.
Well, they raised like she was bred to be part of So I don't know that she. I feel like they're trained to sing. When you're trained to sing, it sounds a little like theatrical and opera-ish. I don't know if I feel like everybody probably has that in them to like but I don't know if they're. I think there are people that are born with gifts and gifts. Yeah, gifs and gifts, but gifts. And if you're gifted, then you naturally know how to sing. But if you're kind of trained to sing as a child and spread your voice, I feel like shouldn't you already know how to do that? Then instead of kind of being like this weird child star that's like kind of bred like a little doggy that like learns tricks.
Well,
that's my opinion. What do I know?
I know, but my thing was is that
more wine.
I don't know, something about I listened to her Formation album, which by the way it's an amazing album.
Is that before or after the visual album? I watched the visual album with my eyeballs.
No, I felt like I felt like I had enough.
I love the Houston part of her. I love that she's proud of Houston. I love that she knows that we're a weird city.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're getting bigger and more
weirder
and more ghetto and more huge. I love Houston.
I know. Ooh, I just burped. I'm sorry.
I did it too.
Oh,
we're
Lord.
drinking wine, by the way. We're drinking lots of wine and we're having fun. And we're being merry as Jesus Christ wanted us to be. And Michael Jackson.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
Jesus juice.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Women. We love women.
We love women.
Love blonde women. Well, Satan. Just kidding. We love Jesus.
Oh, yes. Oh, thank you so much. So much. Oh, my God. We were having fun on this episode.
You're welcome.
We were having so much fun on this episode. Cheers. Cheers, queers.
Friends.
There you go. There you go.
Cheers. If you're listening to this, I would love you to cheers. If you don't drink, then cheers in your heart.
Yes.
I love you and Jesus loves you.
Yes, Jesus loves all the little children of the world.
And the big children.
And the big children of the world. But I have to say this, and I hope I'm not being blasphemous about this, because I've heard other people say it, and I had to take a look again just to make sure. But Jesus did CrossFit. I mean, that man was in. Did you see the abs on him on the cross?
I think he was definitely gay, like for sure. I know like, people might get upset, but I mean, he definitely loved his men, and he protected all his whores and witches and all that stuff. And I'm like, that's like me. Like, those are my people.
I know. I feel like that's what I feel too. I know we're being blasphemous. I know we're.
I don't think it's blasphemous. You were taught. Your thoughts were evil. They're not. You're fine. I forgive you. Jesus forgives you. He says hi.
But I always thought that, when I was a kid, and I saw. Now, by the way, this is blonde Jesus, which in the Middle East, I don't know why.
Is there a blonde Jesus?
Yes, for some reason in the churches. Blonde Jesus
we don't want to offend him with his brunette hair.
with blue eyes and all and a blonde beard and all this other stuff. I'm like,
albino.
Oh, y'all keep telling me he was born in the Middle East, but I don't think anybody in the Middle East looked like that. I mean,
was he pretty though?
He was pretty though.
You have to send me those pictures.
He was pretty. I always wondered who was the model for those pictures. I don't think anybody's ever asked that question because somebody painted that based on someone. So I always wondered who the model was for White Jesus, as everybody calls him now. So I always wondered who the model was for that. And I don't think anybody's ever asked that question, ever.
Well, I'm like 5,000 years old. Like in the early thousands, that was me. My hair was long and my face was different, and I was a different ethnicity. That was me. Yeah.
Was that you?
I had different
But you
nose,
were just a child.
No, well, maybe. I have different forms.
You were just a child. Oh, which form were you in at that time?
Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes at that time. You were dark skinned with some rough looking hair.
Yes.
Kind of a fro.
Yes.
Actually, you had a fro going on, and you
like a lion.
And you were only 5'4". But you had some great abs, though. I had to tell you that.
Yeah, now they're a little fluffy, but I like a little fluffy.
It doesn't. It pays to be the son of God because you had some good abs going on there.
Now that I'm the son of God, I want to spread to people like it's okay to have a little belly. I love a dad bod. I love a dad bod. I never thought I'd love a dad bod until I got one of my own. And I think a little junk in the trunk, a little jiggly wiggly is a lot of fun.
And
more importantly, I need to ask you this, Joel. How did you like Jacob Socialite's Onlyfans? Wow, thank you for subscribing.
That's another. No. Right now we're having fun, but that's
so this is not fun. Excuse me. Jacob Socialite's Onlyfans is not fun.
Okay, I did not say that. You said that.
I think you're thinking it.
Okay, bring the shade down.
It's fun. You love it.
Okay,
it's your turn.
All right, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get more into that because we need to get more into that. Because right now, I want the audience to get to know you.
Yeah, they love me. They've been inside me.
Okay.
Spiritually, of course. Spiritually.
Well, I live in Houston, and I've been inside a lot of the audience. A lot of the audience has been inside of me. That's the beautiful thing about being versatile.
Sinner, blasphemer.
Because, you take it where you can get it, girl.
Whoremongrel.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Like I said, we are thousands of years old. I invented the term whoremonger.
I love that word. I just discovered it probably like a year or two ago, and I was like, why have I not heard of whoremongrel? That is the coolest word ever. It's a whore, you're this, you're a slut, you're a bitch, you're gay, you're fag. Whoremongrel is just like, it's very creative, and I love anything that is creative.
I'm very confused by the definition of whoremonger. Is that someone who...
It's like you're married and like you're being a whore. It's just like more of a, like you're a monster, you're a whore. Are you advocating whoreness? Because I feel like whoremonger sounds like you're advocating whoreness, which I'm okay with. It's a funny word. It's just a funny word.
I know.
I've never, believe it or not,
I know.
Whoreness.
I feel like I feel like being a whoremonger means that you are for being a whore, and I'm okay with that.
I think you're trying to call me a whore.
Oh, sweetie.
I'm like, honestly, I am the Virgin Mary. Like, seriously, that's so funny. I believe it or not, I do believe in celibacy. I believe in waiting until you love somebody to have sex. I believe in just caring and actually like taking care of your health. And yeah, that's what is important to me because you were asking. Did I tell you?
Well, I believe in life is fun. Have a good time. Be with who you want to be with. If you want to fall in love, do that. But if you don't, fall in love all over the place.
You can help who you fall in love with. That's some choice.
I know. But
I wish we could choose who we fall in love with because like, I don't choose you, but it sucks. But it does.
I know it's it's not like Pikachu. I choose you, I'm sorry, Pokemon.
I'm more of a Sailor Moon person. So,
Love Sailor Moon. Oh my God, Sailor Moon.
I loved whenever you talked about anime last time, by the way.
I know. Wasn't that fun?
Yeah, my eyes lit up and I was like, wait, what? He knows this person? Who is this?
I like to watch Sailor Moon. When I'm feeling low, when my self-esteem is not where it's supposed to be.
Are you trying to say that I should be sad if I'm watching Sailor
Moon? No. I'm trying to say that if you need a pick-me-up, if you are ever in a place that you need a pick-me-up, you need to watch Sailor Moon. Because this dizzy bitch...
Or Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She'll always be my superhero. Because
this dizzy bitch, she picks herself up by her bootstraps and becomes a leader of a girl group.
It's so fun. And they actually had a reboot, and it's available on Hulu, which I've been rewatched. It's weird to say rewatch.
Is that Sailor Moon Crystal? Or
yes, and it's the same story, but I like it. People have their own thing to say. I've been watching it, and I've
where you been?
I've cried.
Sailor Moon Crystal has been out for a long time.
I know. Maybe I was going down my own journey, but now it's the time for me to watch it. And I've had some tears. I've had some moments, and I think it's nostalgic, and it's so much fun to like revisit your childhood as an older person. And like there's it's the old story with new stories told within it, and the artwork and all that stuff. I get lost in it. And it's really beautiful, and when I love stuff, I'm getting chills. Oh, I'm getting chills all over my arms.
Then I'm going to have to ask you to go to Netflix.
For what?
You're going to have to watch She-Ra. She-Ra, Princess of Power.
The only episode I've ever watched was
She-Ra, Princess of Power. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Yes.
You have to watch it.
Okay, spoiler alert.
I'm not going to do any spoilers.
She-Ra is a lesbian.
Why are you going to do that?
So people that are gay can watch it. You're welcome, everybody. Now you have because a friend of mine.
But you want to watch up to the build up.
Please. There could have been way more. Like I don't know. A friend of mine was like he never was very happy about being gay, but all of a sudden She-Ra's gay, and he's like pride, praise. So I'm like, there you go, you Republicans.
Oh, good lord. Good lord! Don't ruin She-Ra for some of those girls out there. Because
there's boy girls that are watching too.
I know. Okay, well, I was one of those boy. Well, I don't know if I consider myself a boy girl, but.
You're just a boy, girl.
I like that. You're just a boy, girl.
Fine.
Oh my God, this is so much fun. We're gonna get into the second half of the show. We're gonna talk about your OnlyFans thing, and then we're gonna talk about your art. But we're gonna talk about OnlyFans because I have to tell you this: being in quarantine, Twitter. Here is Twitter for me. So I set up a Twitter page for the show, and the first thing I get is a dick pic. And I went, okay, I guess they saw that little gay talk show and decided, oh, let's send them a dick pic. By the way, for the women out there, I feel your pain because I was like, are you serious? That's the first thing. You don't say hello. How are you?
Oh, I get that.
You just send me a dick pic.
Yep. That's their way of saying like,
oh my God.
I don't know how to communicate with anybody. I'm ugly.
But
Help me.
But unlike my heterosexual female brethren, sisterin, I went, oh wow, that's actually a nice dick. Oh wow, look at that.
You're gonna have to share this with me.
That's pretty nice. Okay. Thank you for sending me that.
Did you tell them that?
So I hit the love button, which was a mistake because then I got thousands of them. I got thousands of them, and I kept seeing Onlyfans, and I did not know what that was.
Yeah.
And quarantine, I had to be like, wait, what is? Never heard of this. And then I started reading articles, and then I'm like, oh, okay. It would be great to know someone who does. And guess who dropped into my lap?
I want to know.
Guess who dropped into my lap?
It's me, Sheila. I'm a lesbian. And check out Jacob Socialite.
Guess who dropped into my lap? By accident, via a guest that I had on before Cobra, and
I don't know who that is.
you know he was so adorable and shy when he came in. He's like, oh, okay,
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, mister.
hi, I'm just gonna sit on the couch here
I'm so shy.
in the other room, and I'm like, no, you can sit right
I
here.
wanted to sit over there, like on that couch.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was gonna sit in the front room where the
Please,
TV.
mister.
Man,
I'll
man.
let you and the Republican man who found me in a ditch talk. Please don't hurt me.
And I'm like, no, you can sit over here with us. It's fine.
Okay,
we're not going to
mister.
talk to you because we're so much better than you, but we're not going to talk
mister.
to you.
That's what my foster child daddy told me, and before he made me pregnant and killed me, I'm a ghost. Help me.
And then we were talking with my other guests at the time, and we were talking, and every time I would turn, he would just like, oh,
I had to look awake. Sorry.
okay, oh.
I was trying so hard not to fall asleep.
Ooh. And I'm like, what is going on with that girl? First, she says, she looks like she was tired. And by the way, if you were, I understand. You probably had a hard day.
Well, I mean, I was listening to you guys talk, so.
And, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you
It's,
didn't.
I'm not used to like being like the friend that's like, let me like be beautiful in the background and thank you for being here. But yeah, I'm not used to like having just being, I'm always I'm used to promoting my stuff, but that was my first time like being a friend and like, so yeah.
Cause I, the funny thing is I told Cobra,
And thank you for being so welcoming.
oh, no problem. No problem.
Because you could have been like, no, stay over there. And guess what? Look in the corner. Sit, stay. Oh, I'm going to get the newspaper. So that was really nice.
Because I was like, because Cobra's like, well, I'm going to bring my friend. Is that okay? And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
How was you with punctuation? Because I feel like we were late and you were kind of like,
Okay, well.
punctuation is very important to me. And I feel like whenever you show people that you're not on time, it's very, like you're saying you're a waste of time if you're not here on time.
I made 5 phone calls to several different people who were like, Joel, just shut that show down.
Yeah.
And just tell him to go home. And I'm like, nope. I'm going to do a show.
Like, I don't know. Were we late?
Oh, you guys were like 2 hours late.
Oh, no. I wasn't told that.
2 hours late.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And you can cut this out if you need to. But like,
And I'm like, I haven't had a guest on the show in a while. We've been in Corona for a while, and I was excited to have a guest.
so rude. That's
So I was like,
rude.
I don't care. I just want to have a guest. It's so great.
Yeah.
By the way, that's not going to happen again, but
Thank you. You're welcome. And there's no such thing as like showing up on time. You're either early. It's either you're on time or you're late. I feel like I was on time.
and like I said, yes, I do get a little perturbed when people don't show up because I don't know what to do.
So rude. It's so rude, and I feel like it's just it means a lot. Like if you're important, like you show up on time, and this is important to me, and I'm glad that we are having this conversation. And
Yeah, so that happened, but we still ended up having a great show.
no, it was meant to be. You're welcome.
Yes, we had a great show. It was meant to be. Bitch, you were laid on the couch, half asleep half the time.
Well, I didn't know what was going on. I was just the guest. Little did I know it was just.
I know. And then you were like, then I was like, we're going to have him back on the show.
Yeah.
So we're going to, by the way, it's time to take a break.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get into your OnlyFans.
I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I have so many
I don't want to talk
questions.
about me. I'm so shy. I'm so innocent. Let me fall asleep.
Okay,
Oh,
you spent
and you're left thinking,
You spent 30 minutes doing nothing but talking about you. Do you realize
never talked
30
about
minutes?
No.
30 minutes. It was all about you.
It was all about you and your childhood.
You know,
dad making you be gay.
You know, audience, I want to say this.
We love you.
When he walked in, he was like, "Oh, you know, I'm kind of shy, and I don't know." But as soon as I put a mic and headphones, this bitch went wild.
You're welcome.
This bitch had a good time. I'm going to have this bitch
shy.
on a little bit more often because this bitch had a good time. But we're going to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to mark this as I'm going to insert a commercial later. And we're taking a little bit of a break. So 1, 2, 3, take a break. And we're back. We're back. I'm with my special guest, Jacob Socialite. How you doing, Jacob?
I'm doing great. I'm having the best time ever.
I know.
Yeah.
You're kind of a comedian when you...
Yes, I've actually been working on
You got some
too.
comedy chops going on there. I'm very surprised.
Why are
You're
you
just
surprised?
because you're just
Somebody
not a
made you
pretty
laugh and
boy.
smile?
You know, I've seen your OnlyFans page. You're not just a pretty boy. You're a
pretty?
pretty boy with a brain.
Oh, well, thank you. Mm-hmm. Appreciate that. Let me have a brain.
And the smoothest body I've ever seen. Oh my God, his body's so smooth.
Aw.
If you want to find this out, go to his OnlyFans page, which we're going to talk about because I'm so curious.
Thank you.
First of all, tell the audience what OnlyFans is.
OnlyFans is a place where if you're only a fan, you can go.
I think you can get into more detail than
definitely,
that.
Anything that's more private or more, it's just your uncensored artistry that you can provide for people that want to see a different side of you. And I'm really thankful to the guy who created it, Matthew Schmuck. Insert real name here. I'm happy that that's even an option for people, and it's really helped me financially and spiritually, and I think it's a really awesome tool for people like me.
Well, I will say during the March and April, I didn't even know what OnlyFans was for the longest time. And I know OnlyFans has been around for a little while, and I want to say this. I think I've said this on the show before. I am a big supporter of sex work. I think it's a legitimate industry. I think you should get paid for it. This is not.
Yeah, I rolled my eyes.
Yes, I know.
I haven't had sex
this has
in 3
nothing
years,
to do.
to tell you the truth. I'm a
Yes,
virgin.
I know. And trust me,
You're out there.
all the dick pics always refer to, oh, if you really want to see more, see my OnlyFans page. And I'm like, what is, I am a traditionalist. I'm all about Pornhub and X and XX and X videos and all that other stuff. I didn't say this in the first half of the show. We talked about it a little bit. The porn industry has always been at the forefront of technology, which is why I like the porn industry. When the internet came along, the porn industry invented streaming videos.
Yes.
Their
business went down actually because we could get it for free.
Yes, because we could get it for free. However, they still managed to figure out how to make a buck. The porn industry has always been innovative. The porn industry was the first industry that
The art industry. Thank you.
yes, the art industry.
Yes, there you go.
Okay.
Listen,
Are we
art
really
to
going
get
to call
DP'd.
it?
No, it's artistic to get DP'd. It's artistic to show your asshole. It's artistic to express something that is very sacred and share it with the world. To me, that is art. So yes.
Okay, but what you do is art.
Yes. So
And your OnlyFans page, like I said, it's amazing art.
thank you.
It is amazing art.
It really is.
Okay, but a lot of OnlyFans pages
Hardcore.
are pretty hardcore.
Yeah. I think mine's like hardcore in a different sense.
Yeah, I mean, there were a
But I'm
couple.
still- yeah.
There were a couple. You did a lot more pictures than you did videos.
Yes.
I was like, okay,
I
okay,
am shy. I'm a shy flower.
I will. I was.
But I put a lot into those videos. They take a lot of editing. I think a part of me, I'm very into art, and it's hard for me to separate art versus just straight up like just fucking. And I do think that you should definitely love somebody that you're fucking and right now and love art. So that's just what I'm fucking with.
I could tell that because a lot of your artwork was in the background of nearly 90% of your videos.
Yes.
And there were a couple of. I went. I don't mean any harm when I say this. There were a couple of pictures where I went, oh, His ass is nice, but what is that picture going on in the background? I like that.
That's the biggest compliment right there.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, even with your rosebud all spread out, I went, oh, okay, well, he did that. But that picture in the background, look at that. I like that. And there were a couple of, and like I said, watching you, especially watching you on social media, not only on Onlyfans.
That's still social media, though.
You know, watching you when you are painting and everything else, you throwing yourself into your craft. I loved it.
Thank you.
I really loved it. I think it's just fantastic.
Have you ever painted before?
I have not.
I feel like you should. I feel like it would be good for you. I feel like it's therapeutic. I feel like everybody in the entire world has this creative side of them that they don't even know that exists. And I feel like it's just like you don't even know what's going on with yourself. And whenever you're just like feeling down or sad or something, when you get this out of you, whether you have like, if you think that you don't have any creative side of you, or you don't like, oh, I don't have the paint, I don't have the canvas, I don't have, all you need is your hands. Like if you, not even your hands, if you don't have hands and you have legs, like if you can paint with your legs, that's cool too. Like, or just draw or something, you get something out of you that you didn't know existed, and it tells you a lot about yourself, and you could end up drawing or painting or creating something that you didn't even know you were thinking about or whatever. To me, it's just like, it's beautiful and it feels good and it helps people. And I feel like it makes the world a better place. I really do.
I think that my saving grace during the whole COVID thing, especially in lockdown, cooking, because I feel like cooking is a creative,
So
you know,
good. What do you cook?
I am a guy who has eaten out of to-go boxes for quite some time. And so here we are in a situation where I can't really go anyplace else but the grocery store. I can only eat so much frozen food. Now I'm going to have to cook.
What do you cook?
And then I went, okay. Now, first of all, as someone who eats out of a white to-go box, let me explain this. We're going to get back to your OnlyFans thing.
No, I want to hear about the food. I love food. Oh, my mouth's watering right now. I'm like, macaroni and cheese and bacon.
You know, I'm an okay cook. I'm one of those cooks who, when the holidays rolls around, I'm like, oh, I'm going to cook this and that, especially Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, oh my Lord. Food, Thanksgiving, all I think about is food. That's all. I'm like, what am I going to cook for Thanksgiving? That's what I love about Thanksgiving. You just whip out shit. You ready to cook stuff. And so I only do that one time a year. But the rest of the time, it's like, eat out of a to-go box. So the first thing I did when I went to the grocery store, I bought groceries for the first time in a long time. And I mean, in a long time. And I went, okay, I don't know what to do with most of this stuff. Then I went on YouTube. YouTube has been my...
It's so fun, right? You're like,
I
how
know.
do I do my life? Type. How do I do this? And it's like, you do this. Let's make it simple and make you learn or maybe eat yourself.
I learned how to fry chicken for the first time. As you know, as a black person, the fact that I didn't even know how to fry chicken,
I don't know how to make tacos.
It's shameful. Yeah. Shameful. It is. You know, I grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood. It's like being Hispanic and not knowing how to make.
I remember you.
You probably do. You
Joel
probably
Tatum, right?
do. I was probably hanging out
I was
with
the guy with the tacos. I was actually worked at a taco truck when I was like 12. Just kidding.
My dad was in the furniture business for many years in a completely Hispanic neighborhood, and he used to take me on deliveries. And there was one delivery we went to, and I'm guessing that these guys were first time in the country. And they had these houses, though.
What do you mean, SA? What do you mean first in the country?
They used to have them there. And I fell in love with a beautiful Hispanic man. Bald. Just he was 5'4", maybe.
Could smell his jalapeno.
I know, I could. And he just looked at me and said hello. He tried his best English with me.
Papi.
I'm 16. He's probably about 25, 30. I went, yes. Yes. Yes.
Did he have like brown, tan skin?
He had brown, tan skin,
Dark
a bald
eyes.
head.
How old did he look?
Oh, I think he was about 25, 30.
5,000. I get that.
And he was and he had hair peeking out of his chest. And I went,
what does his face look like?
He was a very handsome man.
Like define handsome.
And he had a beautiful smile. He had the whitest teeth I'd ever seen.
And he was Mexican? This is not...
Mm-hmm. Yes, he had the whitest teeth I'd ever seen.
Did he have, like, tacos stuck in his teeth?
No, you are terrible.
Racist.
You are terrible.
Terribly awesome.
You are terrible. My goodness. But we're supposed to be... oh, Lord. Wine. Red wine. We're drinking Merlot.
Back to the taco.
We're
the
drinking
taco
Merlot.
goddess.
We went from a fabulous Cabernet to a ghetto-ass Merlot.
To
Look
a
at
ghetto-ass
this.
cute taco truck goddess. Hi, Joel. It is me. I died 12 years ago in the taco trucks in Mexico.
You know what? Let's get back.
I love you, Joel. I'll never forget you.
Let's get
That's
back
the
to your.
message he said.
Let's get back to your OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Let's bring it down. Let's bring it down.
Oh, hello.
Relax. See, this is what Merlot does to you. It takes you away from where you're supposed to be. It takes you away from. May I say to all the gays out there, Merlot is your worst enemy. Don't do this.
And to all the straights out there, Merlot is your favorite friend.
Your Merlot is your favorite friend.
Make babies.
Merlot is your favorite
Gay
friend.
babies.
No, Merlot is your favorite friend if you're hanging out with a bunch of white women over 40. That is the most. I love it. When I'm sitting around a bunch of white women who are drinking Merlot
off track.
outside on a fall day, pumpkin spices in the air. We got some sweaters on.
You're like so lost with like the months.
It's like, oh my God.
I'm so excited. Like I can't wait for it to be like close to
I cannot.
October. I love Halloween.
Oh my
So
God.
I'm like,
I
come on.
cannot wait.
This is foreplay to me. This is all
I
foreplay
know.
for like Halloween and September and November and December.
You know, I used to love summer, but now it's all about fall and winter.
I started loving the other months other than October, so this is all new to me.
And Halloween, oh my God.
So excited.
Gay Christmas, can't wait.
Can you imagine the costumes with COVID?
I
going on?
know.
With COVID, there has to be some creative stuff going on.
There has to be some creative stuff. Why you keep moving your
'Cause I
microphone
feel like
around?
It's like a little, like this little dick. It's like, oh. This
Okay, but they can't hear you.
Come on, friend. Come on.
Okay. We need to get back to your OnlyFans page because you need to promote your OnlyFans.
I think I am promoting my OnlyFans. I think
Are you?
You need to get back to it.
Okay, because I have so many questions.
Thank you for liking that picture of my fallen angel, which to me was very.
Okay,
artsy.
that picture of you of your fallen angel
Thank you.
was. You know what I loved about that picture is because the fact
was
of the matter
naked?
is that you told me that it's fallen angel with your ass cheeks spread out, and I went, "Oh, okay, that makes sense. That kind of makes sense." Why did we decide to do only? Where did the inspiration to
OnlyFans come from?
only? Yeah,
I think for a long time I've always like documented like my journeys and this and even sexual things. I have sexual encounters. I haven't had them recently. I decided that I want to only be sexual with people that I love, and I just had all these videos and photos of me being sexual with people, and of course now it's just sexual with myself. So until I find the right guy out there to to get sexual with, until then I'm gonna show my old videos and all that stuff like that. But the reason why I did that is I feel like it's a waste of space to not share it with people, and I feel like it deserves for people to see this beautiful fallen angel get sexual with people and hopefully find somebody that's also looking for love.
well, I didn't. I'm gonna
Therefore,
counter you
yeah.
there.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna counter you there because
Do that.
I recently subscribed to your page.
And you have to see that my hole is not beat up like most guys. Like I'm happy.
I don't know what that means. I honestly,
Okay,
what does a beat up hole look like?
It looks like your hole, Joel.
Oh no, no.
It looks like just like what I imagine. Like most, like anything that like you'd click on, like there's definitely a difference. If you can't tell that mine's different from yours, or like not yours, but like the greater you, I feel like you need to get your eyes checked because mine looks like this. Like I'm showing like you can't see this because we're talking on of course.
Okay, I've seen your
I've
seen your
It looks like
OnlyFans
a little baby
page.
pee, and I'm so proud of that. I want it to get spread out and beat up by somebody I love, hopefully in the future. Like, I do believe in love, and I think that you should only have sex with people that you trust and love and are safe. And I want to be gaped for somebody that I really love. That's all.
Okay, I'm bored with that now.
Uh-huh.
But I'm going to go with this
I'm sorry, whatever happened
because
in your
you
childhood.
literally accused my hole of being terrible, of being beat up. My hole is not beat up.
I heard different.
Where did you hear this?
just
And I want to
kidding.
know
That's just a joke.
who you heard it from because
I
I will tell you this. He was 12 and a half inches, and I had no choice.
Well, did you love him? That's all that matters.
Okay, I had no
You
choice.
really got to gut me.
I thought
You
I
really,
could.
Really turned me out.
I thought I could, but it turned out I couldn't.
I'm just really proud of my hole. That's all.
It turned out I
It's
couldn't.
pretty and pinkish, I guess.
It is pinkish.
Thank you. Some people actually Photoshop their holes to look pink, and I don't have to, which I'm really proud of because I wanted to get purple, I wanted to get black, I wanted to look used, but only for the person that I love.
I don't understand any of what I'm
saying
being said
is,
right
I want
now.
to get fucked so hard by somebody that I'm actually in love with and married to, and just the right guy. And so, if anybody's listening, if you check out my OnlyFans, it's just a preview of what's to come. No pun intended. Yes.
So, are you gonna put that on?
I actually would really
OnlyFans?
love to share the next time I get really pounded by somebody I love with the world. I feel like there's an art to it.
Feel like that by the time that happens, OnlyFans will be obsolete.
I think you're saying exactly what Kim Kardashian was told by her husband, Chris Humphries, was by the time you have children, nobody's going to care about you. So thank you, Chris Humphries, for telling me that. It just motivates me
But
more.
she's married to Kanye, so
yes,
that's a different
so I'm
thing.
going to wait for my Kanye. How about that?
Are you, good Lord. Good.
What?
Okay. All right. Good for you. You going to wait for that Kanye.
I am. I love my little crazies. I love my crazies.
You going to wait for that Kanye?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You don't want him to beat up that.
right there.
You don't want him to beat up that hole, though.
Oh yeah, my husband, yes, my future husband, yes, I do. I really want to get. I want. I feel like you'll do anything with the person you love. Like I do that, and I do believe in love, and I feel like everybody in the community should know that. It's nice to like. I feel like we kind of think sex is kind of like a substitute for love, and I feel like we should love the people that we are having sex with. I feel like we should get tested. We should take care of our bodies, and there's something really beautiful to having sex with somebody that you love. And I want people to just love the people they're having sex with. Right now, I love myself, and I'm sharing that with people. And hopefully, I'll get to have that.
I wish. Here's the thing, and I think we all develop differently. I love that about myself now. I wish I had loved that about myself when I was your age. I really do.
I wish I had that when I was young. I wish somebody would have told me, like...
I wish I had that when I was younger. But I have to say this. I went through what I went through when I was younger.
What did you go through?
Well, a lot of self-esteem issues. A lot of self-esteem issues.
I still go through those.
So I went through that. But now that I'm a little older, I don't really give a fuck. And I'm just having a good time and just doing my thing, and whatever happens, happens. Life is too short, especially with COVID now, being around the way it is. Life is too short. If you're going to do what you're going to do, just do it. Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. That's what you should do. But, the funny thing is that when I talk to guys my own age, and they spend more time being bitter or alone, or, I'm never going to fall in love, or I'm never going to do this, and I'm like,
no, I want them to fall in love.
First of all, let me tell you something. I have never given up on love.
Good.
Things have been bad in my life. I've had some terrible things that have happened, but I've never given up on love.
Yes.
I think life is not worth living if you give up on love. Even when you reach a certain age, don't give up on love. Yes. It might happen. Yes. I have seen people 60, 70, 80 years old fall in love. Yes. It happens.
And I love that.
I love that because they haven't given up. And that's the attitude that I have. I haven't given up on love.
If you give up, I feel like if you give up on love, it gives up on you. So you should definitely
But I will say this.
That energy.
I haven't given up on fun either. I've been a happy bachelor for a long time. I have lovers in so many different places.
Joel, what are you looking for in a lover? I want to know right now.
Okay.
3 things.
Okay, first of all, you know what I love about? I have to say this. We were supposed to be talking about your OnlyFans thing.
We are. But right now, I want to know 3 things that you would want in a lover.
Okay, first of all, the number one thing, intelligence. Oh my God, I love a smart man.
Me too.
God damn it, I love a smart man. Say a word I can't
pronounce right now.
I love a smart man. I've often thought that I would love to be married to a scientist. Not anybody in government or a lawyer or any of that crap. I don't want to do that.
Never say never.
They're just arrogant pieces of shit. But I would love to be in love with someone who is trying to do shit.
Yeah.
Trying to change the world. But my ultimate goal, I want to fall in love with the idea of who Dexter would be if he was a grown-up man.
Like Dexter from
Yes,
Laboratory?
yes, like from Dexter's Laboratory. If he was
awesome.
a grown-up
I'm
man.
I'm DD. I'm
Yes,
DD.
if he was a grown-up man right now,
Yeah.
I bet his motherfucking ass would have
my
that
God.
red
I
beard.
have not even heard that name in so many years. That makes me
Slim.
so happy. A hot ginger.
A hot ginger.
I don't know how I feel about
With that
gingers.
lab
I'm sorry.
coat on, just
Yeah.
talking in that accent, and I'd be like,
Hey, Diddy.
I'd be on my knees
Cute.
sucking his dick every night.
Wow, ginger dick.
Please.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Tell me your,
These gingers.
please tell me your theory on dark matter. Why I give you head?
I love you, gingers, if you're listening to this. Lindsay Lohan. Dina Lohan's mother. Dina Lohan, mother of Lindsay Lohan, speaking of gingers, liked one of my pictures recently, and I freaked out. I made sure I did a double take. I was like, this has to be.
On which social media?
On Instagram. And
On
I made sure
Instagram.
that she was verified, definitely verified, and it made me just so happy. And it was a picture that I did on cardboard. I believe that you can draw on anything. Like, it doesn't matter if you have a canvas, whatever. I did this, like, a quick doodle. Yeah, and it made me so happy. So, yeah, ginger love.
Are we
Pride.
on TikTok now, or?
I have a TikTok. I'm getting into that. I'm still it's still new to me. What about you? Are you down with the kids?
Oh, you know what? I've been watching a lot more TikTok because at first I said no, I'm not watching. I'm not doing TikTok. That's for the kids.
Yeah.
But then I've been watching. Since this whole thing has been going on with Black Lives Matter, all this other stuff that's been going on, it's been a lot of people.
Could you tell by my OnlyFans that I also really care about Black lives?
Oh, I'm actually turned on by that.
You're welcome. I feel like there's something really beautiful. I feel like they just flew. Did you see that? Somebody just you have a ghost. I was like, you liar! Something just flew at me right now because I speak to spirits. But I feel like I love seeing the different skin tones because I'm an artist. So I like seeing like light skin and dark skin and take it away. It's just
I grew up with, like I said, with parents who put me in,
you're only going to marry a dark woman.
who wanted me to be a bit more, I guess, social, because they were social. And I knew I grew up in white neighborhoods, Hispanic neighborhoods, black neighborhoods.
I never fit in with anybody. I'm Hispanic.
And I always fit in. I always managed to fit in. Even when I was supposed to fit in, I always managed to fit in. And I never figured that out. My parents were like, my God, you always find a way to fit in. And at first, my dad was like, well, I think I know why you found a way to fit in, because you give up who you are as a black person and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like,
yeah, no, I was actually not.
I always thought that it was because I was trying to show people as a black person that I'm like super cool and blah, blah, blah. So
like you didn't. Okay, this sounds, and I forgive me.
And then at the same time, I wasn't trying to be a black person. I was just trying to be me.
Okay, I really love that you said that, because on the last show, I just feel like we are more than our sexuality. We're more than our skin color. I feel like we're just all humans, and we should connect. And like, there's nothing wrong with, like, I get that I'm Hispanic and I come from also like some French background, but like I feel like just connecting with people, like, it's not about my
I
sexuality.
saw the French in your OnlyFans post.
Yeah.
Mostly from behind. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
So smooth. How are you so smooth? Is that a natural thing, or do you have to?
It's a natural thing, and it's genetics, and I'm just.
I mean, because you are smooth.
Thank you.
Imagine
when I actually shave. Like,
I'm like, you know what? I feel like
dirty.
No, I feel like
smooth behind.
What is the turtle wax thing going on here? He's so smooth and shiny.
Maybe I should like sell a new product for like some COVID waxing.
I do have a question. What kind of camera work are we doing with your? Are you using your phone and doing?
It's multidimensional. I have friends. I've had some photographers. I've had myself. I feel more comfortable, of course, whenever I'm shooting with myself. Yeah, it's everything. But most of the stuff I love to shoot myself. I feel more comfortable when it's just me, and it's also actually extremely uncomfortable to be like looking at yourself. And like I haven't had sex with anybody, and
you have said that so many times.
No. And if you're listening, I'm like, come on now. I'm conjuring you up. I want to have sex with somebody I love. If you can hear me,
oh,
come
good
and have
Lord.
sex with me.
We
blah,
have
blah,
heard
blah.
this so many times.
to get pounded.
His friend is sitting on the couch, bored with, oh my God, here we go again.
No, she's not. She knows I need to get pounded. She's like, I'm tired of this.
I know.
I need a good pounding by somebody that I can love and respect, and I haven't had that. And so right now it's just like a tease, and it's having fun, and there's a reason why it looks so small. So yeah, it's just art. Yeah.
Wait, there's a reason. What? Why you look so small and what?
I'm a virgin. That's why, Joel.
I'm sorry. In what way?
And the way that I haven't get pounded like most people.
Oh no, you were. Are you? Oh no, really?
Yeah. I mean, there would be way more sex videos if that was the case. Come on now.
Okay, first of all, there were a couple.
Come on.
But I mean, felt like
a blowjob here and there is different. That's a mouth hug. It's
okay,
totally
there was the shower scene.
Oh, that was a shower.
That was a shower scene. And you didn't allow yourself to be taken, so to speak?
Oh, that's probably what he was thinking. He was very African American.
Because I felt like I felt like there was a taken moment there.
What do you mean by? What do you mean by taken moment?
I mean the fact that that shower scene was a little hot.
It was a lot hot.
It was a lot hot, and I thought,
and I was impressed with
it
too.
And then I went, well, there's no pictures afterwards, so I thought to myself, probably after shower they probably toweled each other off.
Oh,
he got thrown harshly onto a bed.
I made you use your imagination.
He got spread open, and stuff happened. To
be continued.
And to find out that did what? I feel bad.
Oh, you should feel bad.
I feel bad.
You feel bad
and actually, I feel dirty because I can't imagine that I even imagined that.
I love that. Like
the fact that I even imagined that, I am so sorry that I imagined that. But I thought after that shower, I went, that probably happened.
There's probably a sequel to be continued. He was a lot of fun. That was a while ago. But yeah, I don't see color, Joel. I don't see color.
Okay, no one has. I didn't even mention the color in the shower. I just said
he was definitely
that shower scene. I mean, there were a couple other scenes that were. You only did. I think there was only like 2 videos.
How
maybe.
hard did you look? I think there was definitely more.
Well, I have to do the research for the show. Yeah. You told me, Joel, you have to.
No, you were like, hey, this is Joel. Is it okay if I subscribe to you? I feel like I should subscribe if, to talk about like what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I called you out. You're
because I was like, because you were like,
I need subscribers.
You were like, Joel, you have to, if we're going to talk about it, you have to see my video. You have to see my page. If
you want more of that, then you can.
And I went, I have to admit that I was a little uncomfortable because I was like,
I'm uncomfortable. Come on now.
He's going to be on my show, and what if I get aroused?
I don't know why that was a fear for you.
Because we're sitting across from a table, and I don't want to. I don't want to.
I feel insulted if I'm talking to you and you're not getting aroused. Like, that makes me sad. So you're welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Like I said, I am glad that you were able to talk about it because, like I said, like I said, during quarantine, you're the first person who I talked to who
is fine.
Well, who has an Onlyfans account and is doing their thing. So, I've gotten.
And thank you for having me. It means the world to me to just talk to somebody in the community that cares about the community and that is actually trying to help people that are in the gay community. And it's just different, and it means a lot. So God bless you.
I always think that I don't like divisions in the community. I like talking to everybody in the community. The community has supported me, has been there for me, and everything else. So to leave out certain people because of what they think about or what they believe in or what have you, it never sat well with me.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, well, we're all gay, and I think that we have that in common. And if we can't sit around and talk about stuff, how are we going to solve shit?
Yeah.
If we're always dividing each other. So I like the idea of having a format where we can talk about, even if I don't agree with it 100%.
I agree.
Yeah. I want to talk about it because maybe I might like you after that. Maybe.
Or somebody will.
Yeah, or somebody
Hopefully.
will.
If not,
or somebody out there.
It's okay not to be liked.
Yeah.
Different too.
And it's okay to disagree with each other at the same time. But
it's nice to hear somebody else's opinion. You don't have to like me. You could.
But I want to see different aspects of our lives and talk about that with other people. So I feel like that's important.
It is.
So, oh, by the way, the other part is the fact that I like a really funny guy because I feel like I'm funny, and it gets my dick hard when another guy is funny.
Oh, so
yeah, especially when we're in bed and we're making jokes.
Are you trying to tell me that your dick is hard right now?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to do that. Your friend's sitting on the couch. I'm not doing that. I am not doing that. Good Lord. Oh,
she's not really my friend.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Okay, well, if she's just your ride, you can tell her to go and come back in an hour and a half, I guess. I don't know.
That's extra. That's extra. You can't afford it.
Okay. Okay. Girl, how much money you need?
I don't need bread.
I wasn't talking to you.
Okay.
I was talking to the actual girl in the room.
My best friend, Misty.
Okay. All right. Well, we're at the hour mark. We're going to take a little bit of break, and then we're going to finish out this show. We're going to be done.
Okay, cool.
And then we're gonna
jerk off in each other's faces.
We're gonna get more deep in depth,
deep and penetrating.
Because
in depth, dark.
You know, Jacob Socialite,
white, black,
is also known for some fantastic art. I mean, true. Guys, some really fantastic art. You have to go to his Instagram page
or Facebook.
Or Twitter. But I feel like I feel like Instagram is more your style. I feel like Facebook is.
They're all different. I was blocked from Facebook for posting some of my art. I'm talking artwork where it was a dude and he was nude, but it's like a drawing in my mind that of course I put onto paper. I was blocked for a month for a drawing, and I was like, wow,
yeah,
that actually showed me how powerful art is, because I'm like, wow, you're blocked for a drawing, a picture, like not. To me, that's awesome. So
that just really shows how dumb Facebook is. But we're going to get back and we're going to talk about your art more, because, like I said, I saw more of your art on Instagram than Facebook. I get
in trouble on Facebook. Obviously.
I've seen a couple of your videos on Facebook when you were painting and stuff. But actually, you can really see. Go to Instagram. It's better on Instagram. It really is better on Instagram. Yeah. When you do your work, it shows up on Facebook, but it's like, it feels like you belong in Instagram territory.
Thank you for telling me where I belong. I'm going to go in the corner right now.
Because you're an artist, and I love the fact that I feel like Instagram.
It's less uncensored.
Yeah, I feel like Instagram supports art more
or
often.
There's just more haters than maybe on Facebook. I don't know. It's weird to even think that.
I'm hoping that in the next half hour, I try to get some of your art on my walls, because
Okay.
What do I need to do?
You're gonna have me back on, where I'm gonna be promoting hopefully a project that I've been working on for almost 2 years. I've been editing a lot of something very special to me, but that'll be next time. But I'm gonna bring a piece for you, because I wanted to bring a piece for you, but I'm like, let's see how this goes. Like, just calm down, Jacob. And
let's see how this goes, because maybe I might hate you after this. Maybe I might think that you are a terrible person.
It's okay to do that.
Oh my God, I'm gonna throw you out the window right now.
Please, just make sure I splatter beautifully.
And then I'm gonna put Melissa on, and then we were just gonna girl talk and just do our thing.
Melissa's the best. I have no idea who that is.
And I would dress her up in some heels or something like that, just so we could just have some fun.
Misty. Misty.
Kind of RuPaul it throughout the house.
Grey Goose got the girl feeling loose.
Okay, well, let's take a little bit of a break.
Sounds good.
And we're going to talk about your art, and we're going to finish out the show.
Yes, we're going to suck each other off because we're dirty. I love black tacos.
Oh, good Lord. Here we go.
Black Lives Matter.
Yes, he warned me about this before we came on the show.
Who is he?
You.
It's me. It's in here with me. Jacob, I'm possessed.
Yes. Yes.
Cool.
He possessed the ring, and now he can't help but get some black dick. So we're going to call it a break. We will be right back. Go outside and smoke a cigarette. Shut up, girl.
We're best friends.
All right. And we're back. And the show is sponsored by Tubi's Woodworking. Tubi's Woodworking. He gives you wood. If you need anything done when it comes to wood products, he made me a fantastic cutting board for my show with my show's label on it. So if you need anything done for you, it's Tubi's Woodworking. Give him a call. Or look him up on on Facebook, or on Twitter, or at Pinterest. He will be coming out with his own. I can't wait till he gets his own webpage. He will get his own webpage where you can order this stuff. But for right now, he's just rebuilding his business from the whole COVID thing. So give him a little bit of time. He will get there. It's Tubi's Woodworking. He is a proud sponsor of that little gay talk show. And we're back. I'm waiting for this fool to put his headphones on.
Oops.
Oh, look, he snapped it. He snapped it. The bitch is snapping my headphones. That's $500 headphones. You better be careful.
Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Figured it out.
Okay. I'm kidding. They're not $500 headphones, but they are expensive headphones.
So give me headphone hair.
I mean, they can be replaced. They only cost like $70, so
Hi,
it's
Joel.
fine.
How are you?
We're back. Hello. We're back.
Talking like this.
It's been a long time since I met someone who is.
Fun.
You know what? I feel like
We're going to be best friends.
we're going to be. I feel like you need to be on the show more often.
I think that's
You are
very true.
hilarious.
You're a lot of fun too.
I feel like we have a.
With everything that's going on, this has probably been the most fun that me and one of my closest friends have had.
Oh my
And it's
God.
nice.
Yes, I'm gonna have to have you on the show every now and then because there's a back and forth between us.
Yeah.
It's comedy gold.
It's just fun. It's just a good
And
time.
it's so much fun. I have
You
so
wanna
much
share it
fun
with
with
the world.
you.
Yes.
My God, I was surprised because
Didn't think you were going to have fun?
No, I thought you were boring as hell. I honestly did think you were boring. You were so shy when I first met you.
I couldn't allow my shine. I was trying to let somebody else have like 2 seconds.
You could, and I don't mean any harm. Actually, I'm not gonna.
I felt like I was not allowed to be fun. Like it was not allowed.
You kind of have a Robin Williams vibe going on there. You have
So
so
you think
much.
I'm going to kill myself? I'm going to kill myself.
Ooh, don't say that. I love Robin Williams. He was my hero.
I love him too, actually.
I know he was my hero when I was growing
I
up.
cried when
I cried.
happened.
I stayed in
was
my
on a
house
bus.
for 2 days. I was so upset when he
Longest
passed
bus
away.
ride ever. I was in New Orleans with a friend of mine, and he was giving me hell. He was like, "People that kill themselves don't go to heaven," and blah blah blah. And I want to say right now, for the record, people that kill themselves do go to heaven, and you can't judge people that go through things and it gets messed up. And how dare you judge anybody that's ever done anything like that? I feel like Robin Williams is amazing. Everybody goes through their own journey. And don't judge people that have been through dark things.
I
to
think-
where they take their own lives. It happens.
I'm going to say this. I think even in his death, he left me with a lesson on the fact that you can be loved. You can be the funniest person that everybody loves, and you still go through your own shit.
Yes.
And when that shit gets really hard, there's no one there for you. Everybody expects you to be that guy all the time. All the time. And it sucks.
Yeah.
Sometimes. You can't be human. You can't really. It must suck
To
when
not be
you
able to
try
tell your
to.
feelings to people.
I know. When you try to talk to your feelings to people and people are like, oh, that's not who you are. Don't worry about that. You just go back to being happy, funny you.
Tell me something. Oh,
Ha,
they
ha,
laugh
ha,
at your
tell me
pain.
something
Like,
funny.
Oh, you're being funny.
But I think we've gotten past that. I think we're a lot more real when we talk about it now because we are talking about mental illness a lot more than we did back then.
And I've suffered from all of everything. I'm gonna tell you, but I feel like speaking about it and wanting to get better is like a really good step.
Yeah,
and laughing. I love laughter.
I do too. I feel like that I have come to grips with who I am mentally, and I know that who I am mentally is a little messed up sometimes, and that happened because of terrible childhood, awful parents, that kind of thing. But you know what? I love my parents, and I've forgiven them. And it took a long time for me to do that and realize that all the stuff, some of the stuff, 99.9% of the stuff that I do now is because I do it. Yeah. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
They were going through whatever they were going through, and they had to live with it. But I have freedom now.
Can you imagine having a child, though? Mm-hmm. Like, we would not know.
Oh, no. I'm so glad I did not have children. I'm so glad I did not have children.
It sounds fun. It sounds like, oh, cool, I'd have a baby and it'd be cute. But maybe one day, but right now I'm just like, I think there's something beautiful about being yourself. And maybe you don't have to spread your seed because you're so bright and you're so beautiful. You are complete and you are the shine that people need. And you don't have to, like, pass your seed down, to pass on down your name. Like you are everything that God intended you to be.
And I feel like, honestly, I get to live the life that I wish my parents got to live.
Yeah.
I wish my parents my parents
they didn't know anything
grew up
about
in the
being
50s
gay.
and 60s.
I asked my parents. They said, I was like, did you guys know anything about being gay? Or like, they were like, we didn't know such a thing. Like, and I believe they didn't know that, like, hey, guys like guys, girls like it wasn't allowed or they never heard of.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they were probably gay and like had sex with each other.
Well, I mean, my parents they understood it and they knew it was a thing. I think it caught my mother more by surprise than my dad. My mother, who I always thought was the most open-minded person on the planet, was not very happy at first about me being gay.
Don't you think that's like creepy? Like,
I know.
you should be having sex with somebody that has parts like me. Like, why do you even want to know about my sex life? That's
Yeah,
right
exactly.
there is already, as a child or anything, like, you shouldn't worry about your kid's sexuality. You should worry about them getting an education. Like, that to me, that's what's very important.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to get too much into it because I think that's other shows.
Yeah,
I think Jacob, I think you and I are going to be doing some other shows.
We are.
We are going to be doing. I have so much fun with you. You were so much fun. The next episode we're going to look at each other like,
who is this bitch?
who is this bitch? I don't even know why I did this.
You've changed so much since
We had so much fun the first
episode.
time, but now we're like looking at each other. The thing is that I wanted to spend this we're already wasting time.
Yes.
I want to talk about your art.
Yes.
I feel like your art needs to be talked about. I feel like, no, it's not what I want to know. It's what I want everyone to know.
I like that better.
What I want everyone to know. So talk about your art. Tell me who you are as an artist. What?
As an artist, I think I'm just
Your first inklings from
childhood.
when did you first started paint? When did you first started
when
painting?
I first started, actually, I think I can remember doing art. I was probably like 3 or 4, and I would just draw pictures nonstop. And I remember like laying down in my little living room in Kempwood Apartments and like setting out all my little pictures. Like I was a little artist. Like these are my little pictures of art for sale. And my sister saying like, "Mom, did you see what he's drawing? He's drawing butts and blood." And 10 years later, here I am. I'm just kidding. More like 20, but yeah. Yeah, and I feel like now I'm still drawing butts and blood, which is funny. I feel like I went on my own little journey, and I kind of got brainwashed by society and felt like, oh, I should be this and I should be that. But I just remembered when I turned 30, I'm actually in happy 32, 33. I really lost count after I turned 30 because it's just like 30-something, whatever. But I started
so you're over 30?
Hell yeah, I'm over 30, yeah.
How far over 30 are we talking about?
Like I think like 33. I think I really did lose count after 30. I'm like,
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do the math.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to do the math.
yeah. But my butthole's a lot younger, and my face, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, just being pure and a Christian. Yeah. So no, I think I asked God to help me find my way, and I started having dreams about painting and drawing, and I felt like I found where I am meant to be, and I feel like I have visions and all the people I love. I just draw what I love, and sometimes it's Lindsay Lohan, sometimes it's my best friend, sometimes it's a guy that I'm in love with, and you get to know a lot about yourself. And I don't draw to make other people happy or because I'm good. I draw because, or paint or whatever, because it feels good and it makes you feel better. And I want everybody to know that you are an artist, whether you're doing makeup or whether you're painting a dead person's face or whatever. Like, it is good. You're an artist, and it just, even if you don't feel like you're artistic, like, it will help you so much if you just get something out of you. And yeah, you can do it with ketchup. You can do it with ketchup. You can do it with a piece of, a cardboard, whatever.
So I feel like you're a maverick. I think this is the thing that I think most people will ask you or probably have asked you. Do you have a regular job like everybody else, or is art your full-time thing where you have to figure out ways to supplement it or pay the bills?
Art is definitely my full-time job. Like it is a job. I've had this is where the COVID thing comes into mind. Like, people were like, hey, if you do this, like, I'll pay you for this, and hey, you should be doing this. And I'm like, people will never know, and it's not for them to know. Like, I spend so much time in my room working on stuff, and I don't share everything with the world. I do so much of it to just try to get better. I'm self-taught. I did take art classes when I was in school, but I'm on my own, and I'm learning things on my own, and it's funny for people to, kind of base it on, like, did you go to school for this, or did and it's this art will always be my full-time job, and it's definitely a part of who I am. Sure. Yeah,
I think that's cool.
I think so too.
I think that's cool because you are actually you're living your life the way that you want.
I am thankful for my parents for that, because I would not know if I were to. They've blessed me so much, and I thank my mom and dad for allowing me to just kind of be my weird little self. And nobody ever wants to have like a kid that's like, a man child that's like, doing art, but I'm blessed enough to have expressed myself. I would not know that I was good at it. I didn't, or, whatever, but to have, I had a show at House of Blues in February. I think I want to say the 20th or 21st. And I had all my closest friends there. This was right before COVID. And I just felt like I was so honored. And this is whenever my spiritual self is, like, I'm getting chills right now. I had all my closest friends there at the House of Blues, and it meant so much. And I feel like God allowed me to have that. And then right after, the COVID happened, and I knew it was going to happen. Because I'm psychic. Yeah, just blessed, and I'm happy, and I know there'll be more shows and everything, and I still sell pieces from home and do portraits and commission pieces and all that stuff. So it's nothing new to me. I'm happy. I hope people get to find a part of who they are by being in isolation a little bit, and we're still connected no matter what, for sure.
Well, being in isolation has taught me exactly what I wanted to do when it comes to living my dreams and doing that kind of thing.
And you're going to find out more, actually. I feel like there's still a lot more for all of us to go on the journey. Yes.
And I feel like, and I want to tell everyone this, and I think this is very important. Until you are 6 feet under, your life does not end. Your dreams do not end. Yes. If you want to do something, do it.
Yes.
Until you are literally 6 feet under, if you want to do something, do it.
Yes.
You have to sacrifice for it. You have to work hard for it. You might have to do things you don't want to do for it. But
spread your butt cheeks.
No. Well, I mean, if you do it artistically,
thank you.
It might be okay.
Thank you.
It might be okay. And I don't, I have to say this, Jacob. No, I wasn't gonna. I didn't forget your name.
It's okay if you did.
No, I didn't forget your name. I have to say this, Jacob. Like I said, I found, and by the way, I hope you don't feel bad about this, but
I hope I do feel bad about it.
I had to jerk off. I shared some of your stuff.
Oh my God! So
with a bunch of people,
money is what I'm hearing.
And I will agree.
Is that you?
It's
okay.
It's very erotic.
Thank you.
And it fits your. My God, you laying on a pile of your paintings, and you are masturbating. I think
that really means
there was one where you were masturbating, and your paintings were all over the place.
Yes,
and I went,
"Those are my babies."
My God, that's so John Waters.
I love John.
That was so John Waters.
I love John Waters.
That was so John Waters. It was
John
amazing.
Waters, I'm right now.
It was amazing. I went,
thank you.
Okay, I did not expect this.
Oh, I have some. That day too, where I'm spreading my whole I'm upset.
I will admit
that was a weird day too. Like I was supposed to be somewhere, and I ended up the person was late, and I ended up doing that shoot. And so the fact that you're bringing that up shows me I was meant to be jerking off on my art.
But here's the thing: I did not. That was not something I expected. I thought it was going to be super hard, and I don't mean any harm. I thought it was going to be super hard porno where you're being attacked, both sides, and you got all these guys over and all this other stuff.
I'm a Christian.
That's what I thought. Because, by the way, people have sent me stuff, and I went, okay, well, that's pretty hardcore porn.
It makes me really happy that you like that.
But when I saw, like I said, when I saw you masturbating on top of your paintings,
yes, and
I went, oh, that's artistic.
I have a piece where I think I want to say I jerked off for a month or two, and I was just squirting on this canvas. I was like, if I'm going to jerk off, let me just get it out and squirt my babies all over this canvas,
Yes.
and I threw glitter on it. And so I have this piece that is for sale. You hear that right now on That Little Gay Talk Show. Of just all of my semen. And
Which you can find on his Instagram page.
yes, and it's all my cream on canvas if you want that. For sale. It's negotiable.
So how much would you sell that for? That's
for me and the art collector to discuss.
It would look so good on my wall.
It's actually really beautiful, and I think it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It would look so good on my wall, by the way.
Probably tastes good too.
Okay, I don't know about any of that.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, it's like I find I was surprised because, like I said, I thought I was going to get hardcore porn. Honestly, OnlyFans, like I said on Twitter, when you're like, oh, I have an OnlyFans account, I'm like,
You're like, he's a whore.
no. I'm like I said, I'm okay with sex work. I feel like during COVID, I feel like OnlyFans did help a lot of people.
Did it make you have sex with yourself? Because sex work.
Okay. No.
No?
No, I'm gonna say no.
But you just said it. Made you excited. Like,
No, I got excited because, like I said, it was so artistic and it was so beautiful.
Okay.
But wanting to whack myself off, no, I didn't.
You seem like the type that probably wouldn't whack themselves off. Like
No,
or something. Like
I kind of like the hard dirt.
Corner and you use your tears for lube.
I found it beautiful.
Aw.
I found it beautiful, and I did go, oh my God, it's so beautiful.
I'm going to use this.
His asshole is spread right there where all his paintings are.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. It was art.
Yes.
It was so erotic, and I was like, this is so smart.
Yes.
It was the smartest thing, and I'm like,
I beat myself up. I beat myself up over like what I choose and what I'm like. It's a lot. It's a lot, and I have fun, and I'm blessed to even for people to even want to subscribe or like a tip or whatever. Like it is a blessing, and I think nobody should ever be ashamed of having OnlyFans. I know lots of women and mothers that are beautiful, and like they get ostracized, I guess, for like, oh my God, you have this. Like, if you're a beautiful person that loves to share your beauty with people, why would you not feel bad? Like, you should be happy, and you should be. And people should be blessed that this person is.
well, I will say this: I have seen the downfall of what, I have seen what happens when sex workers don't have options,
or they don't have sex.
and now OnlyFans have given them options on being able to be erotic and make money at the same time to pay the bills and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And
It's very private. Like
it's very private.
It's very private, and I love my subscribers.
I
have
know.
a relationship with them. They tell me all kinds of things that are like neat, and I feel like I get to learn about people. And everybody's different. Everybody has very different.
I almost, and I hate to say this, I almost signed up with Shabazz Shaheem because I have seen his stuff on Twitter.
Who's that? I have no idea.
He is like this super porn star. And he is this big black guy. And his fucking skills are amazing. Okay, when he fucks someone,
top or bottom?
he's a top. When he fucks someone, they get fucked. I mean, they literally get fucked.
I have to see this.
And I actually want to learn from him because I'm like,
Love that. I want to learn too.
Because
Teach me how to do sex.
Because I feel like that I'm actually pretty good at that.
Teaching?
No, I'm actually pretty good at sex. I'm actually very good at sex.
I want to learn. I don't
know. I'm actually very good at sex.
I would love somebody to teach me.
When I see a top who is like, I feel like, and I've said this, bottoms, I love bottoms.
Yes.
Bottoms will teach you how to be your
like
best
it takes a
shit.
really good, what does it say? Like, you have to be a really good bottom, a good top. Like, I want both. Like, I want somebody.
I hate the gay community for always ostracizing.
I hate guys that are always like, I'm a top. And you're like, why the fuck is this
You're
in your ass?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Crying out that you're a top does not make you like. I'm sorry. It does not make you like special.
Half the time they're big bottoms. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's okay to be both. Like, I've definitely been a top, and I was brutal. I feel like it takes somebody a really. It's fun to be both. I feel like.
I feel like that with, I feel like with tops, it's like, oh, I'm a top. I have a dick. It's like, oh, well.
Great, I could do that with my...
Yeah, that's not really a special thing, bro.
My little rabbit.
You know what's special? It's when a bottom has so many different skills.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. When a bottom is able to...
Emphasis on the dick.
Is able to take it in and do stuff. Oh, my God. Yes. I have... When I first started off...
Have you ever had sex with somebody you loved?
Yes.
Best?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I was a bottom.
So what's wrong with that?
Nothing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. No. It was 10 inches. He was a country boy. I had a great time.
So I was right about the beat up.
But unfortunately, things didn't work out because at the time I was not.
Is that why you walk bow-legged?
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
That is why I walk bow-legged. But that is also why that same bottom went and said, hey, you know what? You have a decent sized dick. So if you want to be a top, you should be a top too. So.
Well, no, you should be a top because you're like, guess what? I love you so much. Like, I'm going to have all this extra room in your giant crevices of an asshole that like you and your friends can join.
Yeah. No, I don't. Friends? No, I'm not ready for that.
Me either.
That's for young people. I'm not doing that.
I'm a husband.
Although I say that it's for young people, but all my older friends are like, oh, you know, I went to this orgy last week and I had 9 people in my ass, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
It makes me think, like, do you think that you're ugly? Like, what happened to you? Like, you're beautiful. Like, hey, how about just save all this stuff for somebody that's really special? Like,
no,
even when I was younger, I was very picky. I feel like being judgmental and picky saved me from a lot of disease.
I felt like that what saved me from disease was low self-esteem is what saved me from disease. Yeah. Because my friends would be like, no, Joel, don't fuck him. Please don't fuck him. You're going to die if you fuck him.
Yes.
But now it's like, oh, okay. I like you. But no, I don't want to do that. You know, I feel good about myself now. And even though I'm not where I want to be, when it comes to other men, I feel fantastic. Yeah. It's like I can be whatever I want to be with other men. Mm-hmm. Personally, when I look at my body and I'm like, oh, I need to lose about 20 pounds and I'll be fine.
I feel like
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when I was a little thicker, I was like, oh, I don't like this. When I was thinner, oh, I have this. I'm just like, you know what? Love yourself. Like the weird things in your body. You're never gonna 100% like everything, just like your body. And I feel like once you're like, fuck it, I like my weird stretch marks. I like my weird.
I'm gonna say this.
When you like that, people will like that too. Just love yourself, and people will. It's like a weird mechanism that like attract, the bee and the bees.
We only have a few minutes left, so I'm gonna say this.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I hated my dick.
It's a natural thing. Everybody hates their dick, and guys that have big dicks, they hate themselves. It happens.
Here's why I hated my dick. I hated my dick because I got tired of guys going, oh, it's so big and it's so this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like looking at other dicks and I'm like, no.
I want a baby dick too.
It's not. It's not big. It's not that big. I mean, I know it's thick, but it's not that big. Yeah. I don't understand why everybody makes a big deal about my dick.
Maybe your dick was more important than you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome. I had a friend that told me that he felt very used by his dick, and I feel like
my dick was more important than me.
I feel like my ass a lot of times is more important than like people are like they're ready to fuck me, and I'm like I kind of want to know if like you're worth me being ripped up for. So yeah,
I was once told, hey, you seem nice, but I don't really care about you. I care about your dick. And I was like pissed off at my dick for a week.
Oh.
I'm looking at my dick going, oh, so you get to have fun, but I'm not having fun. Yep. By the way, I'm not having fun, but you're having fun because everybody loves you.
You're letting it become its own
but entity. Nobody loves me or likes me. They just like my dick. Yep. And then my dick would answer back with, well, that's just the way it is. And I'm like, no, here's what I'm going to do. Yeah. I'm cutting you off. You're not having sex with anybody because people are going to get to know me. And then they can get to know you.
That's definitely
right. Which happened right before COVID. Which literally happened right before. Oh, I'm going to take a break.
Yeah.
And now I'm starving. I'm starving like Marvin. But I get a lot of guys who are like, oh, so would you like to? No, I'm not hooking up with you. Yeah.
Jorge.
I just don't want to. get sick right now, so
Right?
I don't feel like
it's weird. It's weird.
I don't feel like that my lungs
can handle your presence.
I don't feel like my lungs are I just don't want to do that. And I have bronchitis a lot, so I don't want to do that. So,
but Joel, on a lighter note,
we're pretty much done with this episode.
Yes,
we had a great time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
I hope that everybody checks out my art and knows that they're beautiful and loved, and God loves you and God hates you. And
okay, you know what? I see how many followers you have. Please listen to my show, That Little Gay Talk Show, because I know how many followers he has. Oh. Please listen to That Little Gay Talk Show. You know, I'm rebuilding the show, so
it's
I feel like it's a mutual thing.
Yeah, and please listen to That Little Gay Talk Show because it's amazing.
Because Jacob was amazing. I was amazing. We're both super hot, and
we love you,
we love you.
I have to say it right now.
And he brought his super hot friend Misty.
Yes, she's super
who should
hot.
come over.
And if you for all the listeners right now, if you don't want to die, please check out Gold by MissyDawn.com. She has all the COVID-19 protection. Supplies, masks, sanitizers, gloves.
Oh my God!
And
where's my mask?
Disinfectant, and stay safe.
I'm sorry, Missy. I'm going to say this, bitch. Where's my mask? You need to bring me a fancy mask. I need a fancy mask for work.
For sure.
I need a fancy mask for work.
Thank you, Joel Tatum Riley.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jacob Socialite.
I feel like a puppy. Like I'm jumping up and down. Like my friend could not take pictures of me because I'm like jumping up and down. She's like, "Stay still." I'm like, "Arf, arf."
We had a good time. This was a good episode.
Thank you.
This episode will go out on Thursday.
Thank you for listening too. If you're listening,
this episode will go out on Thursday. I'm going to do all the social media stuff. We're going to get a few more pictures.
Yeah, for sure.
So I had a great time.
Fun. Thank you for listening. If there are people listening, we love you.
I know. Thank you. Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you, Jacob, for being on the show. By the way, everybody, his OnlyFans page, Jacob Socialite. You need to subscribe. Yes, you're going to get some fantastic erotica. Erotica, because it is erotica.
Thank you.
But if you're looking for super hardcore stuff, you're not going to get it on this page.
I feel like you're right there. Like I feel like that's a challenge.
I feel like you should.
What if I do post hardcore stuff? I will. Oh, my future husband. Like that's a challenge.
With future husband?
Yes.
Wait, will future husband want to do that though?
Oh, my future husband definitely will if he knows me.
Okay.
I want to share it with the world.
Well, you're an artist.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
You're an artist.
Did you hear me out there?
You're easily going to seduce some future husband
I'm
an artist and I have to do this. I shouldn't have to. And you're going to marry someone from like
France.
I don't know. Like who's an insurance agent who's
He's also named Jacob. Hello, this is me, Jacob from Geico.
Yeah, exactly. Who's going to be like, no, I don't want to do that. I didn't want to do that, but
the guy you want to marry.
He's going to wear khaki pants and
what happened to you as a child? Oh wait, that's right.
And a terrible shirt. But Jacob's going to be like,
terrible shirts.
But
you terrible guy with shirt.
But you have a huge big dick, and I want you to show it on here. So
what if I have a little dick? Is that okay too? Are you okay with that? Can you be okay with my little dick? I mean, obviously you didn't subscribe because I have a huge dick.
Okay, I feel like you have an average dick. I don't understand why little. Can't you be in the middle?
I'm in the little gay show. Come on now. The little gay talk show.
Okay.
I'm correct.
Okay. Well, I mean, you don't have a micro penis. I would have to.
That is the thing. I've had friends call me about that. And they're like, hey, I have a guy and like, it looks like crazy, like small. I'm like, okay, like just breathe. Like you're going to be okay. Like maybe you need to wake it up, like rub it 3 times. Like,
I've done that. Yeah. It doesn't, it doesn't get any. No, it doesn't.
Maybe
you have to deal with it. You have to deal with it.
Did he have a nice butt?
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like you get one or the other. Like you get a nice butt or you get a nice dick. Like sometimes you can't have them
if
all.
they have a micro penis, I can't believe it. So I can't believe I'm endorsing this.
I'm showing my pinky. Like, what do you mean? I've had guys that had huge dicks, but they did not know what the fuck they were doing.
I know. That
would be another show.
I know. That's another show. But, you know.
They have like extra, like, have you ever seen a skinny person with a double chin? I feel like skinny people with double chins usually have big dicks because they're just like, look at my big dick. And
you know, the best big dicks, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, the best big dicks are skinny white boys. I don't know why. They just put a lot of work in effort. They just put a lot of work and effort into it. Yeah. And super short Latin men. Literally here here.
Little hard workers.
So hard. They work so hard. Your legs. I'm 6 foot.
Yes.
And they're 5'2", and my legs are towering over them.
Yes.
And they are putting the work in. Good Lord. Or when they're bottoms, it's like, oh my God, what is he doing? He literally jumped on my dick.
Yeah.
He literally jumped on my dick.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Little leprechaun.
I know.
Mexican leprechaun.
All right. Well, we're done.
Yes. Ciao, Bella.
Ciao, Bella.
Ciao.
We're gonna. I have to download this show. And if we keep
Play
talking,
your song. I want to hear the exit music. Come on.
oh, is there? Whoa, let me see if there's some exit music. Let me.
Definitely know.
Let me see. Oh, there is some exit music. It's not really music.
It's music.
You'll appreciate this.
I enjoy it. Ace of base.
You will appreciate this. Let me see if I can play it. Here we go. Exit. Stage left.
Yo, this is a special message for all of my bottom subscribers, my verse bottoms, and even my versatilles who like the bottom maybe more than they top. I want to let you know that I love, appreciate, and celebrate your bottom ass. Because if it wasn't for you, us tops would not have the type of sexual experience that we get a chance to have. It is because of you and your willingness and your ability to adapt to our bodies that gives us pleasure. Not only that, but I see what my nigga has to go through every single time it's time for us to do what we do. It's a process. You all have to go to the bathroom. You all have to clean out. You all have to watch what you eat. You all have to go through so many steps just to prepare so that we can come in there and break that back. Now, I've already posted a couple of videos, so y'all already know I know what to do. But I want to move beyond that. I just want to celebrate the bottoms right now and just say thank you. Thank you for going to the gym and keeping that ass looking so amazing and wonderful. Thank you for having your booty hole smell like roses and vanilla and my dude, he likes to use cocoa, not the cocoa butter, but the gel on his booty hole. Listen, I am grateful that you all go through whatever steps you have to go through just to give us pleasure. And I want to let you know that here on this page, you are celebrated, you are lifted up, you are treated as royalty, because so many times tops get this, oh, it's all about the tops. It ain't about the motherfucking tops. Yeah, some of us know how to put it down, some of us know what we're doing, but we would be nothing without you dope-ass bottoms who don't mind bending over, opening up them legs, and making sure that we have the time of our motherfucking lives. Thank you.